artist Anson Maddocks. So how you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay.
And how do you feel about your kind of early thoughts on this particular Grand Prix Las Vegas?
Well, we're tucked away over here. Can't really see much of what's going on, but there's a lot of people here.
Awesome. And did you get a chance to check out the first ever Magic the Gathering art show at a Grand Prix?
We were going to, but we're probably going to get that later.
Excellent. And just a quick rundown, as we do on the Hive Mind, what's your kind of introduction to the game?
How I got started?
Yeah.
Well, I did maybe about 10% of the first set, and since then done a few.
Absolutely. You've got some incredible art to your name. Sanger Vampire is one of my favorite pieces ever. So thank you so much for taking some time out with us on the Hive Mind. Granciano, artist to one of my favorite Magic cards of all time. That would be a nice newly minted signed Thoughtseize. So sir, what are your initial thoughts on this GP Las Vegas 2017?
Oh, it's big, man. A lot of people already. First days are usually a little slow, but I've been swamped, so it's going good.
Excellent. And what do you think about the first ever Magic art show?
It's cool, man. It's great that people appreciate the art that much to want to do that. Definitely, Magic's known for its good art, and it's great to see it all in one place and a chance to see some of the original work up close.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Like you said, you are swamped, so I'll let you get back to it. Thank you.
I was tired.
You're alive, though.
Yep. I'm here at the Magic Art Show at GP Las Vegas. We're working on getting the first ever Magic Art Show off the ground. The team of us, there's 4 of us, Ricardo with Cartamajigs, Joshua Kraus with Original Magic Art, and Mike Linnemann of Forthos Mike on Twitter. I was brought in New Year's Eve on this project. They've been working on it a lot longer than that. Mike's been trying to get this off the ground for about 6 years, and it all came together at this show. And how awesome is that? This is the first time you'll ever be able to see probably one of my favorite things, like all of this concept work. that's here at the show. This is the first time this has ever been available to the public. So these are style guide paintings, some of these preliminary sketches that have never been seen by anybody. And it's sometimes, for the most part, this is some of the paintings that have ever been outside of the collector's home. So it's a labor of love from all of us, and this is something that we want to bring to everybody. It's not just about GP Vegas, it's about the future. And the Kickstarter was to prove that this was something the community wanted. And we've proven that. So now it's just about proving it's something that we want to keep doing. This isn't about GP Vegas, it's about the next GP or the next show, and bringing that to as many people as possible.
Hi, I'm Mike Linnemann, Vorthos Mike to many, also on the Twitter for that. I'm the curator here of the first Magic Art Show at Grand Prix Las Vegas.
And Mike, tell me how all this kind of came together, what the kind of genesis for this idea was.
Sure. This idea isn't new. An art show has been around for many years, percolating between people. It was more of a question of how do we get it off the ground, and something of scale. We could easily put a large show in my hometown, but not everybody can get to Minneapolis because there's not always a large enough GP, so that the many can see it. So I said, I'd like to do this. I need to build a team because I cannot do this by myself. So I grabbed my logistics guy, Brian Walters. He helped me plan how can we get all these things into space, how can we get them here, how can we get them safely here. I grabbed Josh Kraus to say, you've done Kickstarters, I need a funding model to be able to buy walls, because we simply can't put these on tables, it'll look like a flea market. We need it to feel like an art space, but we don't want it to be white walls to be too formal. We want it to feel like the community built it. And the last person I grabbed is Rico Evangelo, who's Cartamajigs, to start making the products of all of our Kickstarter rewards to be able to fund the thing. Donations are nice, but people like stuff too. So we had that 4 team together, started brainstorming, made the pitch to Channel Fireball to say, we're gonna do it anywhere. It's gonna be at Grand Prix Las Vegas. Can you get us a space? And they said, sure, make it happen. And then from the community's response, a call for art, personal pieces I've brought myself, including one on the wall. We've got it into a reality.
This thing has been absolutely fantastic, seeing it come together. What is the future for something like this?
Sure. The Kickstarter is not a one and done. Many people ask to say, okay, well, you have it there, what happens next? Well, these walls we purchased. These are walls and vinyl that we can reuse. So basically the only model we have now is pay for shipping to get the art there and pay to get the walls there, and that's it. We can put them anywhere we want. So the idea is to have, all right, we have 4 planes here represented at another GP, maybe at a PAX, maybe at a HasCon. Could we do different thematic ideas? Could we do representational things? Could we have just dragons? Just dragons! Or whatever those different things could be. And each GP will have a different experience in doing it. And since Channel Fireball will have all of them in 2018, it hit chocolate and peanut butter that it just made sense for us to do this going forward.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication. I talked to the likes of Ethan Fleischer and Mashi, and everyone has dropped your name and said what a fantastic job you have done curating this thing. So I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks again. I mean, I'm one cog in the machine, but someone had to start the spark somewhere.